Alright, hi. My name's Robert Lawinger. This is video log 1 for my internship practicum here at UC. And so this is an introduction to my internship. And this is my office. It comes complete with a bed and a dresser and TV. Alright, so it's pretty obvious this is my room. I didn't think it'd be very appropriate if I brought a video camera into work and started filming everything, so I'm doing it from my room. I also didn't want to take time away from all the tasks that I had to do, so probably better to do it in my room. Right, I always wear business casual. That's what we're required to wear. We are allowed to wear casual clothes on Fridays. I guess it's that casual Friday thing, but I don't like to because I don't want to get caught in a situation where I would wish I was wearing at least something business casual and then be wearing casual clothes. So business casual every day for me. And so some of the things I bring are my pad with a notebook in it and my daily to-do list. So I typically have 2 notebooks, one that I take to meetings and one that I have just to take notes in. I also have a 3rd notebook that I keep in my back pocket because I have such a poor memory. I like to write everything down whenever I can, so I always have that notebook and a pen. And I guess I can just start telling you about how the casual day goes. Alright, so I have a daily to-do list. It's 3 pages long. Most of it I can get done every day. Some of it's not so important that I get it done every day, but I make sure I at least do it once a week. Alright, so the first thing to do is to check my intern box by Shannon's office, which is basically just a little mailbox that she'll put stuff in that I need to either file in will call. I don't think I mentioned it. My internship is at the Colonial Life Arena in the box office. So there's a lot of tickets I have to file in will call or that I'll have to give to other workers in the office. And I basically just get it signed off, and then I put it in there, and then I return it back to Shannon. And then that's about all I do for that. Sometimes there's other tasks or assignments in there that I have to pick up, and I'll just grab it and get them started as soon as I can. And then the second thing on the list is to file will call, which is what I just explained because it's has to do with whatever's in that box. And then after that I have to, the third thing on the list is to copy box office reg sheets and other paper supplies as needed, which is basically when I go in the box office and I look at the sign-in sheets, the rec sheets, which are used to file the drops for the day, any kind of deposit made from the drawers. So we use at least 1 or 2 of those a day, and I just have to make sure they're all supplied. And then I look around the office and check to see if we need staples or tape or anything like that. It's a kind of an easy task to do that a typical intern would do, I guess. It doesn't take too much time though, so I just kind of go through it and make sure everything's good. And then the 4th thing I have on the list here is to enter the payroll hours for each day. Every morning I go ahead and I take the sign-in sheets and I put them into Excel, make sure all the hours are correct for payroll. And later on I have to check them with the electronic finger swipe sign-in and make sure all those times match up. Alright, and then if there's an event on the previous day, like an on sale, like recently we had an on sale for Miranda Lambert, I just have to create an event hour sheet, which is another sheet on Excel, and it basically just breaks down the hours the employees worked for the event so that we know to charge those hours to the event and not to the typical payroll. And there's typically only 2 days on it. I guess it depends on the event. If the show for the event goes on for a couple days, then it's going to be a couple days, but usually just has the on sale day and the show date. Some dates like Monster Jam, there's going to be at least 3 or 4 shows. That'll have the on sale date and then also the show dates, which will be 3 of them. And it just records the hours for each employee and breaks it down that way. And then the next thing I have listed on here is the customer service emails. There are 2 of them, one on Gmail and one on webmail. Each of them receive any kind of questions from customers that come to our website, and then it has the websites listed, or the emails listed there, and they can ask me any questions I want. Currently, we get a lot of Taylor Swift and Carrie Underwood inquiries. We don't have any information on that right now. I think they're still in the negotiation process, so we actually can't release any information. The issue is that Taylor Swift posted on her site that she's going to be playing here at the Colonial Life Arena soon, and we haven't finalized the deal, so we can't post anything yet. All the customers are confused, so I basically just tell them to keep checking back at the site or to sign up for the Cyber Club to receive an email notification, and that usually handles that. And the next thing is the OLARC Pigeon program that we have, which is basically an instant messaging chat program that's on our website. So if you go on there between 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday, it should be on, and if you start talking to whoever's there, it'll be me. And again, it's just like the emails, most of them are Taylor Swift's. Which is I basically just copy and paste it because I have to say it so many times a day. It just gets tedious, so copy and paste all the information to let them know, and they all think it's a personal response. The next thing on here is to update the what's on sale binders. This is my favorite thing to do. Alright, it's kind of a pain. I can see how important it is. The what's on sale binder is a binder that's placed at each ticket selling window, and it's got all the information for all our shows that we have going on. And what we do with that is we basically update it whenever there's a change in information for the show, or whenever we get new shows. And there's 10 of them, and it's just a binder, and you slip the sheets in a plastic case. And it's not hard, or it's just tedious because you gotta go in and take all the sheets out and then put all the new sheets in. And it's done at least twice a week, typically. At least. Sometimes it's done 3 or 4 times a day as we get updates, but it's not too bad. And then the next thing is to replenish ticket stock and to train the staff how to change it. All the staff pretty much knows how to change it. I make sure it's filled up every morning, and especially on on-sale days, that way we don't have to run out of tickets while we're in the middle of selling. And I think some employees, it's on the floor, so you're gonna have to crawl under the desk. I'm pretty small, so I fit right underneath it, and it's not a problem for me. Some of the other employees are pretty tall, and they kind of struggle to get under there, so I make sure I just do it for them. And then, let's see. Again, there's another listing just to replenish envelopes and parking mats and all the staples and stuff. There's just more supplies around the office that I have to make sure are filled up and supplied, so all the employees can use it. Not a problem. And then I have to check the ticketing systems for any typos or date errors. So I have to check WBST and T-Res. That's the 2 ticketing systems we use. The T-Res one is on, let's see, they're both Paciolan, and the one on T-Res is a bit newer and it's quicker. So I just make sure everything's up to date on there. Usually T-Res is up to date just fine because it's the most important one because we use it every day. There's another one, WBST, which we use as a backup because it's so slow, but occasionally there are errors on that one just because no one looks at it that often. So that's about it. The next thing is to say sell when needed. That's if the tick seller has to go on a lunch break or anything like that, I cover the window and make sure we can sell stuff. Then the 17th thing is the How You Doing program, which the How You Doing is basically our slogan. It's our customer service model. Anyone that comes in, they should, if we ever see them or anything, just always be happy and courteous to them and greet them with a, "Hey, how you doing?" So just so that they feel welcome and at home, which I think is a really great slogan. I like that a lot. And what I basically do for this one, it just says to call for ticket trade opportunities and gift cards and stuff like that. Recently we're getting name badges for nice little plastic ones, and we're doing a ticket trade for that. So basically for this I just had to call and make sure find a company that was willing to make us some name badges for just some tickets, no money involved whatsoever, just a product trade. And then the next thing I have on here is a website. I have to update the website whenever there's new information or new shows, kind of like updating the what's on sale binders, except it's all on the website. I don't mind doing this. I think it's kind of interesting because I hate computers. I'm not too good with it, but it's we have an admin site that's really easy to use, and all I do is just upload stuff, and then some of the images on there I have to create in Photoshop, which I learned a lot about Photoshop in high school, and then when I first came back to it, I was really rusty, and I kind of remembered how much I hated it, but that's okay. I don't mind it now. I'm getting a lot better with it, and it's kind of fun to create the images and see them on the website and know that that was me. So, and after that, it says to count out ticket sellers at the end of the day. Basically, I just once the ticket sellers are done selling, they close out the computer, they count out the money in the drawer and make sure there's 150 in it. I double check that, and then I double check their deposit and make sure everything they have listed there is correct. It's pretty easy. And then number 20 is a vault audit that we do daily. I think I was talking to Shannon, who's my supervisor. She said they used to do them like weekly or monthly. They just didn't do them too often, and every now and then it would come up short and you couldn't tell where the money from the vault went. So we were doing them daily now, which it really takes like maybe 15 minutes to a half hour. And all I have to do is go in the vault and count down all the money and make sure the right amount's there. I think we usually keep about $7,500 in there, and it's pretty easy. It's only been short once. I think during one of the basketball games, one of the sellers gave back too much change, and it was just 50 cents. So we're short 50 cents currently. But that was it. Unfortunately, when the basketball athletics uses it, they use the same bank. And when they do their deposits and stuff, they don't record who is using the registers or anything. Global Spectrum does, so if it was one of us, we would definitely know who did it and where it would have came from. But because it was athletics, we don't know where. And let's see, next on here, to update the parking forms and ticket forms. On the website, if you ever want to park, you can order parking tickets and stuff. They're usually about $12 to $15. It's for the DOT garage, and the parking forms list the show, and there's different prices for each show. It's usually $7 or $12. So I just have to update it whenever we take a show off. I go in and take that off the parking form and re-upload it to the site, and then if there's a new show, I put it on there and post it back on the site. And we also have ticket order forms that all the staff uses, so I basically just take the old one and I put in all the new information for a new show, and it's listed there on the common drive on the computer, which everyone has access to, so all the employees, whenever they have a ticket order, they can just pull it up and go right through it. And I create all those. The 27th one is to assist the blood drive. Shannon, I think, takes she really likes the blood drive, so I think it's kind of her baby. She got it to start coming to Colonial Lawinger. It's the Carolina Clemson one, which just went by recently. I was in charge of running that, so usually I just have to help with it. I say I, but I mean like interns typically just help with it, but this year Shannon was really busy, so it was just me helping out with the Red Cross staff. Basically, I just scheduled everyone who came in as a walk-in and made sure they were able to get on the bus all right. Then I set everything up, all the signs and all that kind of stuff. Made sure everything was put in the right place. So that was fun. And then there's a Pinterest page, and I have to make sure those are all updated. Whenever we put in new boards or pins, I just have to make sure all the Burberry tags are on them. It's not hard. Takes up some time, but it's not bad. And that's about it for the daily to-do list. Other than that, I basically work on any task Shannon gives me. Lately I haven't had too much, but I've created cheat sheets for shows and gone to meetings. I think this past Tuesday it was a marketing meeting. We do these brain sparks. It's basically a little game to get everyone active right before we have the meeting. So I think I found this great movie game online, but as I started thinking about it, it was pretty complicated, so I created some Pictionary cards and we did that, and everyone seemed to have a blast. And I also have weekly staff meetings that we go to, and those it's pretty interesting to see those, because it's interesting to see how all the staff comes together and shares their ideas for shows and make sure everything runs smoothly. And that's pretty much my internship in a nutshell. So as far as introducing my internship, I can't really think of anything else to tell you. That's it. So far I like it a lot. Everyone there is really nice and happy to talk to me. And hopefully I learn a lot. Alright, thank you.